And welcome back to Champion Spring. The Game 1 MVP is Gorilla, 1, 2, and 11. Look at that, a bloodthirsty 92% contribution for kills in that game. Pretty impressive stuff for his first time out on Nautilus.
Yeah, and of course, here was Duke and Smeb going at it. Gorilla decides to be rude and interrupt, and Lee's like, I'll miss a spear right here. No problem, guys. And then I'll take the kill.
There you go. Strategy.
Look at that, though. I mean, the combination between Kuro and Gorilla right there in terms of crowd control was so good. And then the Fates call smashing into OQ. All of Gorilla's Fates calls this game were really quite good.
Yeah, he coordinated extremely well with Prey.
And then here we go, the brush bait after they baited OQ back into the bottom lane, following up with that hook. There's the stun afterwards, and just so much damage, and then sending him right back in.
Yep.
OQ here again on the side.
Triple knockup with that ult.
Yeah, Goon gets the target on that one. Equalizer, a little bit too far away right there, and then everybody getting yanked right in by Gorilla again.
Wow.
Three-man Fates Call. Really good use of Fates Call.
You know, I wonder when we're going to see maybe mFire come back as a Callista lane partner too, because you think about what Nautilus can do. You know, I'm thinking about mFire ult after Fates Call or before Fates Call even.
But I mean, Nautilus can do that too, basically, right?
More or less.
Except he does it better because he has more CC. So you could chuck him into the front line, and then he just ults the back line. It's pretty much.
He's more survivable too, I suppose.
Well. I mean, mFire's pretty tanky, but it's pretty much the same, except it's better with Nautilus.
But you can build AP on mFire in person.
Technically, you could do that on
Check
Nautilus
and
too.
mate. But mFire says rock solid. And you also have Glacial mFire where he's got a sword hand.
That's
Nautilus has an anchor. I don't know. Yeah, there's really no point to play mFire over Nautilus, I guess.
mFire support is very popular on the Korean solo queue server, though.
Oh, yeah.
Annoyingly popular, actually.
Well, it's not terrible. It's just not as good as
That's pretty
Nautilus. It's not terrible. It's pretty bad. I think it's better than Maokai.
Support Maokai?
Yeah, it's better
I
than Maokai
disagree
support.
with you.
Well, I will. You won't disagree with me on this. It's better than Irelia support.
Yes,
that
I
is
agree.
definitely
100%.
true. Yeah, well, here we go. Picks and bans for game number 2. NaJin, the mFire versus GE Tigers. And there's an Urgot ban again, and we'll see if GE can close this one out. I don't think they're going to be able to do it just as fast. That was the fastest game we've seen all season. There's a Callista ban, so GE not wanting to give that one to OQ, of course. And doubting, of course, that they would give it to Prey. NaJin would have first picked that for sure.
Yeah, let's see where they go from here. Of course, the Evelyn ban, a bit weird. Very curious about why that was banned out in the last match. Nidalee,
Okay.
taken out this time.
Well, Lee's Nidalee did really make it very difficult for Peanut last game, and why not take that away? Taking the Twisted Fate away from Goom, too, just something that GE doesn't want to deal with.
And interesting that Rek'Sai and Maokai both did not get picked in our last match. So
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
changing some of these priorities in this brave new jungle world. And are they going to ban the Lulu this game for NaJin? Obviously, that has been one of GE's main picks because it does fuel the Juggernaut, and it will be Cassiopeia instead.
Wow, yeah. So what's the final ban going to be for the GE Tigers? We shall see. What do you think?
I think they're going to ban the LeBlanc again unless they want to risk it being first picked by Goong. And hopefully NaJin will allow Goong. Goong's such a good Ahri player, so no Annie, as it turns out.
Kane's Annie is good, and they may give that LeBlanc over to Goong.
That's dangerous. Goong's LeBlanc is really good.
Yes, it has been. All right, so this gives Sejuani over to Lee if he wants it. They also have that Lysandra. They're going to take the Sivir, though. Okay.
So Lysandra, that's actually, Sivir not a champion that the GE Tigers have really used a whole lot this season, but this is good. Again, they need to be more aggressive in the early game, and Sivir should allow them to do that. Also, the Lysandra will almost certainly be a mid pick as a LeBlanc counter pick so that you can Ring of Frost, win LeBlanc W's in, just in order to catch her there and to trade efficiently. That's pretty common. So that's why they handed the LeBlanc over and banned the Annie instead.
It's interesting to see the Sivir picked up, without that Annie. We've seen that combination just be really common all around the world, but Gorilla obviously has a pretty deep champion pool, so that's not a huge concern.
I mean, Nautilus is still good.
Yeah, it certainly is.
And Sejuani and Alistair.
Oh, come on, Gorilla. I know you're not going to, but quit playing games with my heart.
I would love to see Smev make a return to the Scion pick.
Would be pretty cool.
And
Rek'Sai
Rek'Sai Nautilus, so we will be holding on. And just using that Lissandra as a flex, you're pretty sure that's going mid if you're GE, but you might as well just see the complete lineup and save any other decisions right until the very end. So Rumble could be played again here by Duke.
It's a pretty huge amount of engage for the GE Tigers, too. This LeBlanc may be in a little bit of trouble.
Well, at least in terms of going all in, there are multiple ways to catch her when she does that right now. So it can be punished.
With the amount of hard engaged teams, do you think we're ever going to see Sona possibly come back?
Probably not. And oh wow, they're going to be going for the Twitch again right here alongside the Gnar, so taking it away.
Yeah.
And we could see the reverse matchup in this game. Of course, that
Rumble
is
would work quite well.
very preferable for Gnar. I think most pro players tend to think that Sona's laning phase just isn't working right now, and she's very vulnerable in lane 2 because she's so squishy,
Very true. Yeah, and especially against a champion with a hook like a Thresh or a Nautilus, if you get hooked once with Sona, you're probably going to get killed.
Yeah. You have
Unless
less
you
health.
burn a summoner.
You have less health than a melee minion at level 1.
Wow. I did not know that. That's pretty amazing. Got to start with Ruby Crystal, I guess. Well, there's our lineups. GE Tigers really going for the hard engage. Should be fun to watch those team fights. And Goon, we'll see what he can do on that LeBlanc. He's a very good LeBlanc player, but who do you try to burst down aside from Prey here?
Yeah, it's going to be difficult, and they are going all in. So GE actually trying to play a composition more reminiscent of what KT beat them with in the past week.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tankiness onto NaJin, so we'll see if OQ can execute this Twitch a little bit better. I would like to see Twitch played well once again in this meta, but they'll probably lane swap this game.
We will see. The game is loading up. NaJin on the verge of yet another 2-0 this season. We'll see if NaJin can stop them from doing it. Time to get in the game. Here we go. OQ giving the Twitch another try.
I'm very curious. Gorilla mixing up his skins right here.
I like the new skin. It's pretty cool.
That's all right.
That's pretty neat. I like it. Kind of turns into a big axe instead of an anchor, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what kind of knight has an anchor.
It's a giant axe, man.
An axe that you have a rope attached to?
That sounds awesome. What are you talking about? That sounds like the best kind of axe.
Yeah. This season, GE's only played Sivir 3 games. So this really isn't a very normal pick for them compared to champions like Corki or Kog'Maw or Lucian. I'll have more games on those champions, especially Corki. So this is, I like that this is another, I think, attempt at GE just to show off some more alternatives going into the playoffs here.
How about this, a lane swap from NaJin as well, too?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep, I was pretty sure this is going to happen. You don't want to end up in that lane early on. You want to try and get Twitch, who isn't noted for his lane strength these days.
The coordinated skins, those are the two new ones.
It's good.
Yep, can't remember the name, though. Oh, well. Well, GE Tigers as finger puppets, or maybe Doug Trio from Pokemon. Only it's like Doug Quintuple. There you go. Mega Evolution.
It's technically right? Doug Quintet.
Doug Quintet. That's true. The Mega Evolution.
And Gorilla got level 2. What is he going to do with it? What's he going to get?
Oh, you're going to go in for a sick hook.
Is he going to go harass the jungler? What is he doing?
He is. He wants to go harass Peanut here.
Oh my god.
This is great.
Do it, Gorilla.
Peanut's really low. Go bloodthirsty, dude. Flash. There's the slow. And he's just going to go for red. Wow, look at this. Is he gonna, you can't kill red, Gorilla. Oh, he's got a shield. He actually can. Can he actually do this? I love you, Gorilla. Look at this. More damage on the Peanut.
GP.
Teleport coming in. There's the slow. Is it going to be first blood? They're going to give the red buff over to Smeb.
Hi, Goong.
And now Goong taking a lot of damage. What is this game?
Now dive him. Now dive Duke.
Well, even Peanut laughing. He's like, all right, whatever, guys. And they could dive Duke. They totally could here. The minion wave coming. Duke's impending demise.
Goog's here.
Yes,
but
Smeb.
Lee's here too now.
Smeb zoning out Goong. Goong only at half health, and this is the most obvious dive in League of Legends history. Oh, nice moves from Duke, though. Can he get out? No, not quite. There's first blood going over to Lee. A kill comes in, though, for Goong. Are there going to be any more? Yep, Goong goes down to Prey. And they're going to get this turret as well, looks like, if they want it.
Well, that was awkward.
Okay, up teleport coming in, yeah. So they won't get the turret. They could just dive this, though.
They could, yeah. Well, Kane's here
Kane's
now.
there. Never mind. Okay. Wow. Well, that was interesting. All right. About a little over 1,000 gold lead for GE Tigers at the end of all that, and Gorilla getting majorly bloodthirsty. See, this is to make up to me for not playing Bard. He knows he's disappointed me right now, so he's like, all right, let me just do a solo jungle invade, make Doa happy. I'm happy, Gorilla. It works.
You know what?
What?
This is the case study in why it is difficult to jungle in a lane swap on your weak side, because the support can literally just walk into your jungle and ruin your jungle pathing and make you flash and be a jerk, and then you get teleported on. And
well, it was so cool too, because it was so well calculated from GE Tigers. Again, very intentionally giving that level 2 to Gorilla specifically for the purpose. So GE Tigers' responses both games in the early minutes have been very, very good in terms of harassing the enemy jungler.
And this is a level of early game aggression that we just haven't seen from them before, but it's damn fun to watch, Noah.
Yeah, GE Tigers just really kind of flexing their muscles in this game.
Obviously, if they were more serious, they wouldn't have committed that hard. They wouldn't have TP'd. Like, that's kind of ridiculous.
Speaking
and this
of
is also
commitment,
kind of ridiculous.
Oh, Okyu just dying so quickly, though. Gorilla taking that turret well. Here comes Peanut. Misses the knockup, though, onto Prey. And Prey actually going to live. Whoa, Gorilla. You are a brave soul to come in and take that last turret hit if you needed to.
And they use a pink ward there under the tower just to detect Twitch as he's stealthing.
Oh, Duke. There's knock-up onto Duke. Are they going to get the kill here, too? Smeb a little bit low, but Lee can handle it. There's a flash. Smeb knocks him back. Oh, Duke gets the kill anyway. But it's a 1-for-1. Things have gotten a little bit silly, Monty. This is not the most serious game of League of Legends.
This is like watching the LPL.
It is, yeah. In a good way, in the best way.
That's right. Games like this are why the LPL is fun to watch.
It's true.
Just constant skirmishing. There is no back. You can only go forward.
It's ARAM Summoner's Rift. The only time you can buy is if you die.
That's actually the best definition of LPL I've ever heard.
I mean, I haven't watched a ton of LPL, but the LPL I've watched, that seems to be the idea.
Yep. It really is.
It's like the servers in China.
So, in spite of this, though, Duke has actually taken a pretty significant gold lead in this situation. And NaJin is going to switch Okyu back into the Hecarim lane. They don't want to be harassed by this very scary combination of Sivir and Nautilus early on. They need to get him to level 6 so they can actually start making plays and make sure that he gets the items he needs to be efficient. And
it was fun, but it's time to get serious now, Monte Cristo.
Yeah, also Smeb TPing down into the bottom side did lose him a lot of CS. This is definitely not the safest way to play a lane swap.
Here we go again. Okyu in a little bit of trouble. Kane is there to try to save his AD carry. We'll see if he can do it. Man, nice knock away. There's a chilling smite onto Okyu. Whoa, Gorilla threads the needle with the anchor. Can't quite get the kill, though. Kane very low, and here he comes over the wall. Kuro, there's the flash ult. He's going to go ahead and use it. There goes Peanut as well. Ignite burned. Everybody just going all in. Goong a little bit behind in the mid lane. He's going to come in and try to make up for it some kills. Oh, Gorilla turning around with no health remaining. Popping that passive on LeBlanc. They want this turret so bad they can taste it. Oh, meanwhile, I guess Goong's just going to get a kill onto Lee. Okay.
Not sure how he died there, because Goon used his Ignite onto Gorilla.
It was odd. Meanwhile, Prey just getting dominated by Duke's Gnar there. Time to back off. Yeah, go ahead and burn that ult. Yep. Save the summoner heal.
This game is silly.
This game is very silly, it's true. The GE Tigers, though, already with a pretty silly 3,000 gold lead. And Duke does have that big lead in the top lane, but everything else going GE's way big time. Let's watch this again.
Yeah, OQ right there. They can't see him right now, but they are able to unburrow on him. OQ is seen by the tremor sense, so they do manage to wait until his stealth is out. Then we have right here, Kuro decides to flash for Kane, and then they go for Peanut at the same time for the double on Kuro.
All right. So Smeb's like, well, maybe I can finally get some CS. He is down 17 to 50 to Duke.
That's
right
what
now.
happens when you TP to take their red buff.
I guess so.
At level 1, basically. I mean, there are penalties that you pay when you do crazy dives.
It's true.
Now, he has gotten some rewards. He has 5 assists, and he's actually pretty even in terms of gold, but he is behind in XP.
He's only 100 gold behind, actually. Pretty amazing.
He's behind in XP, and a lot of that's thanks to the tower they took as well.
Yeah.
So
he's behind in XP, but he's still only 1 level behind Duke. Make that 2 levels behind
It's pretty
Duke.
bad. It's a pretty bad situation. It's not as bad as it could be, but if you can imagine if that dive didn't go well, and then basically he would have been screwed for the rest of the game. And that's the risk that you take when we look at plays like that is, sure, it doesn't look bad, but the fact is he's 2 levels down even after that, and you're investing a lot in the rest of your team in those plays. Now, that said, they have gotten a gold lead off of that turret, and they're going to get a dragon. But having Duke really far ahead is dangerous because this is a patch that really rewards tankiness. And Gnar is going to be able to absorb a lot of these cooldowns in the late game, and GE doesn't have the highest damage from their composition late, especially because of Lysandra.
Smeb did hit that level 6 pretty quick, though, after Duke hit 7, so it looks like it's only a little over a level ahead, but still a full level, I guess.
Yeah, now NaJin going to 4-man the topside turret in response to the dragon being taken, at least get an objective out of it right here.
Yep. And meanwhile, bot lane still pushed up pretty heavily by Kuro.
Pretty good Berserker's Greaves at a second item.
Yeah, he
Usually you get that if you really want to push lanes hard. But
well, you can only buy if you go back, so he had to spend his money, you know what I mean? We've learned that this game. Whoa, what is this spell they're using? They're going back to Fountain. How is that working? What?
They have to duel with Smeb to the death before they get that the right of return.
That's how it should be for a top laner, you know? You have to duel to the death before you can go back.
Okay, well, Smeb going for the Ninja Tabi with the Home Guard first, and then moving into the Trinity Force afterwards. So it's going to be a while before he can do anything, though.
Looks like Duke is going for a Trinity Force as well. He picked up the Phage first.
Yeah, but he has...
he's got
maybe
armor,
going Phage. I don't know what he's doing.
It's clearly Frozen Gauntlet. He's building into that Glacial Shroud. He's going to get the Sheen later on. Don't worry, I got this covered.
Probably Randuin's after Phage, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah, if you want to use logic, I guess, probably. GE takes another turret. It's going to bring them to about a 4,000 gold lead here at 11 minutes. That's faster than last game, actually.
The skirmishing really did work out in their favor, in spite of the high risks involved.
Oh boy, okay. Is the pink ward worth it? Here comes OQ. A little bit of damage on the Gorilla. He's going to get exhausted. They're going to go in on OQ. GE going a little bit crazy here. Gorilla goes down. The teleport coming in. Lee over the wall. They're going to manage to take down Kane a bit. OQ still alive as the teleport comes in for NaJin. GE going back to that tri-brush. They could turn it around. Kuro opting not to go in with that. E. Duke about to go Mega Gnar, yeah. They probably want to get away from that. Whoa, here we go. They lock him up right before Mega Gnar. He doesn't get a chance. Whoops. A little bit of miscommunication from NaJin there. They're going to get Smeb anyway because he's not very tanky quite yet. Peanut still looking pretty good. Goong has to flash into the Dragon Pit. Meanwhile, another kill for OQ. Goong on the run now. There's a kill for Lee, and GE Tigers still ends up
they're
winning
going
this team
after
fight.
this LeBlanc, though. Man, he's just chasing him with Void Rush. This is ridiculous.
This game is actually insane. And the funny thing is that GE is still winning all these skirmishes, too. They're now 10-5 in kills.
But this is so good to see from GE. Yes,
yeah.
It is overly aggressive, what they're doing. Yes, it does carry risk, but they're executing it well. In spite of that, they've come to this big gold lead, and they're just playing a very different, like an extremely different style than we've ever seen them play before.
And if they tune this back a bit, it'll be exactly what they need to have a good early game.
I agree. So, coming in here onto OQ. OQ trying to get as much damage down as he can, but Prey chases him out. They take out Kane via zoning, and then they're starting to pull back right here up the river. And a little bit of miscommunication. Duke goes in too early right here. He gets eager, and he just gets ulted right before he can hit Meganar, and then dies.
It almost looked like his ult animation started, and he died before it finished.
And Prey just following it up right there with the flash. Peanut can't get over, and Goong escapes with about 50% HP.
Kind of looked like Sejuani was just staring longingly into the dragon pit at the end of that. He just kind of stopped and was like, I wish I could get there. Someday there'll be a creature there I can smite.
Someday.
Yep. For now, it's death.
Yeah, this Twitch really isn't doing too well.
Nope.
In the last couple of games. Look at Prey's advantage.
Oh, Kuro going in. There's the ult onto Goong. Can he burst him down? Passive popped. Yeah, Goong's in big trouble. Another auto should do it. And it does. Kuro gets it. Meanwhile, Kane comes in to try to save his mid laner. Oh, knocks Kuro under the turret. Peanut throws the ult. Kuro manages to escape, though.
Really good flash. Ooh. Held it for a long time right there.
He did.
And he finally uses it to dodge the Sejuani ultimate. And
Kuro
was able to do that without even having Ignite up, too. So that's indicative of his advantage.
And that was also with Goong having Abyssal Scepter already, too. So that was just a straight-up massive outplay from Kuro. Oh, red buff taken by Duke, though. Managed to snag that away from Smeb.
Yeah, Duke has been putting a lot of pressure down in the top lane. That's about all that's going well for them so far in this one.
Yeah, the CS gap is closing, though, between Smeb and Duke. And we saw the money was already pretty even. They've evened up on levels now as well. So the one advantage that NaJin had is pretty quickly slipping away.
Yep.
Man, look at the mid lane. Jeez. 40 CS difference between Kuro and Goong right now.
It's pretty damn massive.
Yep.
And that's going to be reflected in some items pretty soon here.
And maybe 1v1s a minute or two ago.
Yeah. So this is it. NaJin is pretty darn far down in this one, and they're going to have to make very good use of this Twitch if they want anything at all. Kuro's going to figure out that there is a ward in the brush he was hiding in, but they've already set up for this dragon. Look how deep these lanes are shoved in, especially in bottom lane right now, and they have that pressure in the mid lane as well for this dragon spawn.
Smeb with no teleport, so he's already walking down from top lane. Duke with no teleport either, and he's not going to be there. Looks like NaJin's just going to give up this dragon, and they don't really have a choice. Can't really fight it.
He's just playing a really good pressure game right now.
Yeah, they are. I don't think NaJin or anyone was expecting this kind of playstyle to come out from the GE Tigers. The audience politely applauding because they just don't know what else to do.
Okay, well, Duke is just trying to farm next to his turret right now and freeze up so he can get some more items. Looks like he will be building into a Randuin's Omen next.
Yeah.
Not really sure why he picked up the Phage. I think he was just trying to exacerbate his advantage. He saw the CS gap and the level gap, I think, versus Smeb, and assumed he had more of an advantage than he did when Smeb was actually much more even in gold. That's what I think happened here.
Seems reasonable.
So he's trying to punish Smeb and get a snowball and at least one lane rolling in favor of NaJin, but it's not really happening in this one. And should have a lot of money, actually.
Yeah, he hasn't gone back for quite a while. He's been too busy getting kills, but he'll go back pretty soon, I would imagine.
Gonna try and dive the top side right now. Gnar in trouble. He is exhausted from that Mega Gnar transformation, but he has a ward.
Yeah, he's got flash as well, too.
Oh,
Gorilla
wow.
going in. Look at that. Catches him right out of the hop, but the turret will be the true prize for the GE Tigers up in top lane. They'll take that easily. Infinity Edge already done for Prey. He's going to be doing a lot of damage. Oh, hello. Goom going in, a little bit of damage onto Gorilla. He's actually going to throw the chains in too. There's a stun onto Gorilla. Oh, Gorilla goes back in, backs away, still goes down. Will they be able to take Goom? No, Goom escaping. So there's a kill for NaJin that won't be answered by a kill, but it looks like it might be answered with a tier 2 turret. Ult again onto Duke right as he enters Mega Gnar. Man, they've timed that well.
Yeah, nothing really they can do right there. Prey and Kuro and Lee should be able to get this tower.
Yeah, meanwhile, tower does go down in bot lane.
Yeah, but
in
tier
favor
2
of
for
NaJin.
tier 1, and you trade kill for kill. It's only your support. You take out their top laner again.
Yep, 6,000 gold lead now.
Smeb just standing right there in the tri-brush, waiting to catch this wave. And OQ just hasn't been able to pick up these big kills in this series, hasn't been able to get that roam off. GE has controlled this Twitch extremely well.
Yeah. I can't even begin to imagine what Korean Lissandra sounds like in Earth mode. The stuff of nightmares, man.
I'm going to play her in Earth mode. We'll get in a game and I'll do it just for
All right.
hilarity's sake.
I gotta play my Infinity Bird Swain at least once.
Infinity Bird.
Yep, you just activate the ult, and then you've got it up for the rest of the game with Earth mode. And but I'm really looking forward to Bard and Earth, just like the never-ending magical journey. I basically have teleport up 100% of the time.
Their rotations would be so glorious.
I know, and you can bring your whole team. That's the scary part.
I know.
We talked about this
great.
already. Yeah, this is the ultimate Monte Cristo possibility.
I will rotate with you, Doa.
All right, with
We'll-
Korean Lissandra,
We will rotate together.
we'll roam the map getting ganks.
No, taking turrets without killing people.
Yeah, whatever. I will ult that turret and force you to go after the champions. I can stop you. I can stop you from getting objectives with Bard, you realize.
Great. Thanks
It's,
a lot.
It's simultaneously the ultimate Monty support pick, but also the anti-Monty support pick. The choice lies with my whims.
Great. Just what I always wanted.
We rotate at my whim now, Monty. It'll be good, though. I think I'll probably just, like, use it to go across the map and just dance in their base, and then when they try to come and get me, I'll just, like, magical journey away. It'll be good. Because if they follow me, then they'll just get trapped behind my turrets. It'll be beautiful.
Okay, well, GE, I think just waiting for Baron to spawn right now, honestly. It's not even 20 minutes yet, and they have a nearly 8,000 gold lead.
I know. This is actually more of a stomp than the first game was so far.
Shockingly.
If that's believable. Yeah. And that was, I believe it was a 21-minute Baron in game number 1? We could be 5 minutes away from this game being done.
Well, they certainly can go after it whenever they choose. They know Duke is not going to be in Mega Gnar form anytime soon. Although they do have less damage, so they can't do it quite as quickly as they did in the last one.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to quite bull rush their way into the base quite as easily. We'll see. They can kind of close it at their leisure now. And man, what a crazy early game, but they really did play it well.
Yeah, it did end up shaking out in their favor, but obviously you can see the risks involved with that. There is a very real possibility that Duke gets an insane advantage.
Oh, OQ getting jumped on by Smeb. Smeb just all over. There's the ult and an easy 1v1. Yeah, just no chance at all.
Just CC'd forever right there.
Yeah, he got ran over.
That's the thing. If Hecarim gets ahead, this is why Hecarim is such a great top laner right now. He can just one-shot your carry like that. There's really nothing you can do about it.
And it's nice, too, especially against Twitch, because as we saw, he just waited for him to pop that invisibility and just ulted in that direction. That was it. Q is an AoE. You can hit him even if you can't see him. Very easy stuff. There's a Baron for the GE Tigers with the OQ down for the count. There's not a lot of resistance here.
Goong's bottom side right now, too, so of course.
Well, Baron dying much slower this time, but looks like they'll still get it. NaJin Thinking about coming in. Kane is there. And they'll get the Baron. Now they're turning around. Ult onto Duke. Oh, the anchor
barely
missed for Gorilla.
missed.
That would have been quite the play. He was about half health, though, so they may have just gotten him blown up right away. Oh, there we go. Kane comes in for the knockup. Support and top laner going to try to make something happen. Peanut comes in, gets locked up by the ult from Lissandra immediately, getting very low. Gorilla zoning in the back of the fight. Goong is a bit low. He's going to back off away for now. GE turning, and there's an easy kill onto OQ. Welcome back to the game. You're dead. And Kane fleeing for his life, but he's going to get an anchor in the back pretty soon.
Well, I would not have expected this one side of a game. Kuro coming in for some extra damage. GE has just been pedal to the metal all night tonight, and we may be in for her fastest best of 3 this season.
I think this is going to be our shortest broadcast of 2015 possibly here. I mean, we're early in the year, but I'm calling it now.
Dragon, third one of the game for the GE Tigers, and this is a very different team.
Oh yeah, in a good way. They'll just recall, buy, and try to end. If they want to beat their last record, they have to end it in about 2 minutes from now. So I don't think they're going to be able to do that, but it'll be close. I don't think Twitch has anything to laugh about right now, but you just can't keep a good rat down. He's a happy guy.
He's laughing from misery. It's an awkward situation, though, and that's how people respond sometimes to awkward situations.
It's like the tears of a clown. He's only laughing to keep from crying. OQ.
That's okay. He has his Ghost Blade now. Surely this will save him.
Time to spam emotes in the bot lane.
He can't do anything if he walks up there. He has no wards.
His lane is pushing too, so this is literally all OQ can do right now. There we go. Prey's helping him out. Prey's like, you want some farm, buddy?
Here you go.
I'll
Got you
give it to you.
covered. What a nice guy Prey is.
Yeah. He's a good kid, that Prey. Salt of the earth. He's good people.
Your Midwest side is showing.
I guess so, yeah. Well, then we'll go down to that bot lane, and I guess we'll take the turret. Maybe go have a potluck after. Ride the snowmobiles around the lake. There, that's full Minnesota for you. Duke, goodbye. I guess getting blown up by Lissandra is also going full Minnesota, is it? Hey, well, GE Tigers has decided that they will not take the mid lane now. They're moving to the top lane instead. OQ. I laugh because I'd be screaming in terror otherwise.
I don't know what he thought that ult was going to do.
Well, that was the Prey part of spray and pray right there, but didn't work too well. Oh man, he was like, Rito, take the wheel. Oh boy. And there goes the Nexus turret, and they actually might end it faster. If they go on the Nexus right now, they're getting kills in the meantime, turning on the Nexus, and if they do it in like 5 seconds, I think it was 25-9, and this one will be 25-6. Wow, and when it's okay, the timer kept going after the Nexus died, 25-10. They were 1 second slower that game. 1 second slower. 25-9, 25-10 for the second game. Wow.
What a ridiculous series tonight.
Yeah, and both games combined were less than like pretty much any Jin Air game from this season.
Where has this GE Tigers team been? I mean, NaJin is a team. If we take a look at NaJin's success, typically they do very well in the early game and then kind of fall apart later on when it comes to actually closing. But we've seen how dominant Duke and OQ and Kane can be in the laning phase, but today it was just all GE. Holy cow.
Wow. Dude, we've only been here for an hour and a half. What in the world is going on here? Jeez.
Definitely our fastest best of 3 of the season.
No kidding. Well, it does not get faster than that in League of Legends right now. 2 25-minute games. Oh, Peanuts